School, what's up? Happy Monday. Good morning, everybody. Class is in session. Welcome to the School of Shred. Folks, this is episode 75. Today we're going to talk about some sleep secrets. I'm going to give you some secrets. Sleep being very important. We like to talk about it frequently here at the school. We like to loop back around. And for those of you who maybe are new listeners and haven't caught any of the episodes of the past where we talked about sleep, this is going to be a good opportunity for you. So welcome to the School of Shred. This is the show that's designed to help you shred your old, make better your new. A better body, a better mindset, a better life, people. That's what we're after every day. Every day, that's what we're doing here. The show is brought to you by John Reed Fitness, and I am your host, John Reed. We're here Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We talk about all things health and fitness, something that I like to call holistic health and fitness. We touch on spirit, we touch on habitat and environment, we touch on recovery, which is what we're going to talk about today. We talk about exercise, and we also talk about diet here. So all of these topics will be discussed in this show. So thank you for jumping on. As you guys jump on, you know the deal. Say what's up. Say good morning. Throw a flex emoji. Morning, Michael. What's up, brother? Throw a flex emoji in the comments. Let's get this thing burnt up. Let's get it fired up, baby. Today we're talking about sleep and how we can get better sleep. Did you get sleep last night? Did you get your 8 hours last night? If you didn't, we got some things to talk about today. But if you did, we also got some things to talk about today about how we might be able to make it better. So we're going to get into three things today on this show. All right. We're going to be quick and concise here. And I want to share with you just a few of the low-hanging fruit that you can use to increase your sleep quality. So the first thing we're going to talk about today as I sink myself down here. Woo! The first thing that we're going to talk about here today is a cold room. So we have a cold room. We have a dark room. We have limit blue light exposure. And so if that's all you wanted today, you can go ahead and log off now if you don't want any description on any of these three topics here. No, I'm just kidding. So the first thing is a cold room. And so why do we want a cold room? So our body temperature needs to drop 1 to 2 degrees for us to fall into deep stages of sleep. Okay, if you've heard of rapid eye movement, REM, that right there takes our brain cooling a little bit. And so there's a few ways that you can go about dropping your temperature. You can have a fan on, is one. Try not to have it blowing right at your face. I experienced this a few months back where I had I kind of got phlegmy for a while, if you remember. A lot of that was due to it got cold or hot in the summer here in Washington, and I was putting the air conditioner on. The AC unit was on. So anyway, that can do it. So do a nice cool room with the fan. You can also cycle cold and hot showers before bed. So you can do like 20 seconds cold, 40 seconds hot. If you want to, you can do 1 minute cold, 2 minutes hot. We go into this at the School of Shred Online Health Academy, some different ways of implementing this, which is good for recovery in general, but it can also help relax the body. So if you get the body cold and then you go lay in a nice warm bed, that can help put you to sleep. Or if you take a hot bath, so I did this last night, took a hot bath with Epsom salt, so good for magnesium absorption. And then I have what's called an Ooler on my bed, which is this really cool device that it's like a bed topper, and it has a hose that connects to it, and it runs cool water underneath you. And so there's a phone on my app. Thank you, technology. And this thing, you set the temperature, whatever you want your water to be at. So we have two sides to ours. So my lovely girlfriend, she can have hers nice and warm, how she wants it. And then I can have mine like icicles. And so what I do is I run mine at about 55 degrees. And then hers is at like 75. So that's why we had to get the separate one, spend a little bit extra money. But anyway, so this thing's really cool because it has hoses that run the water underneath you. So it actually cools you from below. So that's what we use. It's a little spendy, but if you're into hacking your health, as we certainly are here at my house, it's the most important thing because nothing else matters if you don't have your health, in my opinion. So I spend money on my health. And so this Ooler thing is really cool. So that's another way. So you have cold, hot showers that you can utilize. You can have the fan going. You can get something like an Ooler. Their other product that they make is called a Chili Pad. If you've ever heard of that. The Chili Pad, the difference between the Ooler and the Chili Pad is basically the Chili Pad is the first design, and the Ooler you can control off your phone, and you can have it change throughout the night, which is pretty awesome. So you can actually have this thing, because I've read about 2 hours before you wake up, I have read that you actually need to cool even more. And so the cool thing about the Ooler is that you can set it. So like if it turns on at 10 o'clock and you go to bed at 11 and say you wake up at 7, we're going to use my schedule. Now you know what time I get up. But at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you can have it drop one more time, like go a little bit deeper and then start to like warm up. And it does this warm wake up thing where it slowly wakes you up as it heats up, which is pretty cool. So it's like this gentle wake up because as it gets to like 90 degrees. So this thing goes from 55 degrees to 125. So anyway, on the Chili Pad, though, you don't get all that stuff, but you still get the cold water. Another thing you can do is open your window. So you can have your window slightly cracked. That's another thing. So cold room is important because, again, like I said, the brain and the body needs to cool 1 to 2 degrees for us to fall into deep stages of sleep. So although a warm room might help you be toasty and to drift off, the coolness is what's going to keep you from tossing and turning, getting the bed sweats and things like that. So we want the room to be cool. The second thing that we're going to talk about is a dark room, a dark sleeping quarters. I did a health course, a nutritional medicine course that was talking about R&R. That's what the bedroom's for. R&R. Do you know what R&R stands for? It stands for rest and romance. Rest and romance. So the bedroom is for rest and romance, not entertainment. And so, you know, if you can, take your TVs out of your room. If you don't have a TV in your room, good, don't get one. But I have a TV in my room. I haven't got rid of it yet, but we don't really use it ever. So what we want to be doing with the darkness thing is the low-hanging fruit here is spend like $30 and get some blackout curtains. Blackout curtains, I've seen some mixed stuff that even your mitochondria, like if your body is exposed to light, but say you have one of those things over your eyes that blocks out light, your body actually still senses that you're in light, and it can stop you from falling into deep stages of sleep, which is pretty crazy. Something to note when you want to take like a nap in the middle of the day, which I've been doing more of, like 30-minute power naps. But anyway, so this dark room thing. So if you get the blackout curtains, what you're doing is you're blacking out your entire room. And as your eyes adjust, you don't want to even be able to see your hand in front of your eye. The darker, the better. So this means putting tape over everything that's got a little light on it. So if your fan has a little light, like ours has like a little blue light, we taped a sock over our air conditioner that's currently in the room. We'll be putting that in the storage room here soon. But anyway, we tape over that so there's no light, no extra light. None of that stuff. So we want to get all little red lights out, all little blue lights, all lights that are on machines out. So put tape over them. You can get electrical tape or duct tape or whatever. There's 1,000,001 uses for duct tape. You might want to get a roll of that because I will continue to give you tips on how to utilize duct tape as time goes on. So go ahead and splurge on yourself. One way you can use duct tape is taping up lights so you can't see them when you're sleeping. You want a dark room. Like I said, dark room is going to help you fall into deep stages of sleep. Think about our ancestors and caveman times and how, we might be sleeping in a nice dark cave. Nice dark cave. That's what I like to think about. I like to make my room a nice, cool, dark cave because I'm into that sort of thing. So anyway, get primal, get dark, get cool. Then the last thing we're going to talk about today is limiting blue light. So blue light stops the production of the sleep aid hormone melatonin. Melatonin can be created from neurotransmitter production, like eating carbohydrates before bed. That's one of the applications of eating carbs before bed, which is a little side benefit. And there's a little side value for you. However, the blue light will mess your circadian rhythm up. And so this is a big one now because this causes a lot of extra stress, physiological stress on the body. So this can really throw off your sleep cycles, because I know for a lot of my clients out there and anybody who's listening to this who works in tech or is just has a lot of screen time at night, this is a big one. I have a lot of clients who I'm going to go see today and train in person. They do projects late till, all the way till they go to bed. So like 11, 12 at night, and they have their computers in front of them. This right here, if you don't have any type of apps on your phones or your laptops, this can be problematic because it stops melatonin production, which makes it hard to go to bed. So if you've ever experienced trying to go to bed and you feel like your brain is just firing and you can't make your brain shut off, it's usually because you haven't prepped for bed. So, when we're kids, a lot of times our parents kind of prep us for bed. They help us wind down, right? I know my grandpa used to have me read out loud to him, and you prep for bed. As adults, we don't do that. Sometimes we work right up to the buzzer. We try to go to bed. They're like, man, my brain's, I'm tossing and turning. My brain's really active. Well, we can start winding down by limiting blue light consumption late at night. And so you can get apps for your computers and your smartphones. So things that like I got one that I can dim. It basically drops all blue light off. It goes nice and brown and dark. And then I can take it like 200% darker than the standard Apple screen. So those are good. So, spend a couple bucks if you need to on those for your computers. And then also get blue light blocking glasses. This is a great investment. Spend $50 to $100, get yourself a good pair of blue blocking glasses and or computer glasses, whatever. So the orange tinted ones are the best because they really block all blue light. But you can also get just screen glasses too that limit glare and such. This will help your brain start to produce melatonin as it gets later in the night, and it will block that blue light out. Again, blue light is stopping you from producing melatonin. It's stopping you from getting those sleepy hormones going before you go to bed. So it's kind of keeping you awake. And what can happen long term as you throw your circadian rhythm off is your body gets confused and it doesn't know where, really what time of day it is. So you kind of get this, you're kind of tired, but you're also energized. Like you have this kind of nervous energy. And then what happens, and some clients that I've worked with, and this gets really bad, is they never really feel fully awake, but they never really feel fully like they're sleeping. And so there's not really this drastic balance of like sleeping hard, but then awake and charging the day. And so this is some stuff that, our civilization is going through big time right now because we have all this technology and we're not really addressing this. And so this is a lot of the fallout from having cool things like TV and phones and computers and screen time. So, about 2 hours before you go to bed, start to limit blue light. Start to make sure there's no bright lights in your house. Turn off all of your overhead lights. Go down to, I used to do candles, but I don't do that anymore. If you join the School of Shred, we talk a lot about detoxing the habitat and, certain things that we want to avoid, candles being one of them. So I like to do oil diffusing. So there's like little lights coming off my oil diffusers. So for those of you who are watching, you kind of see this thing right here I have going. I like to have essential oils going, and this thing produces a nice little light that's nice and calm. And then like you can see, like even my lamps, they have really dark shades on them. So at night I have a very dim, relaxing home, kind of lodgy type feel that helps relax my central nervous system. So to wrap up here today on episode 75 is to get better sleep. Some 3 sleep secrets are a cold or a cold room. So your body needs to be 1 to 2 degrees. It needs to drop 1 to 2 degrees for you to get in the deep stages of sleep. The optimal sleeping temperature for humans, it tends to be around 64 to 66 degrees from what I've seen some smart people in that field say. And then you want number 2, we want a dark room. So we want it blacked out as dark as possible. Put tape, use that duct tape that you got sitting around that you're duct taping your car with. Duct tape, all lights, so you have no light in your room. No little blue lights, no green lights, no red lights, none of that stuff. And then the last thing is limit blue light consumption. So get apps for all of your screens. If you're watching TV, take that cell light on the settings and turn it down as far as you can while still being able to watch TV. Or get a little light and try reading a book instead of watching TV within 2 hours of bed. So that's all we got for today, everybody. That's episode 75. With that, I want you guys to stay strong and healthy in body. Stay relentless and energized in your spirit. And stay determined in your pursuits today. That spells shred. Now go shred the day and get better in every way. We're back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until next time, school, class is dismissed.